Hey friends, the garden is never ending. There's more things to get done, to maintain, to take care of. So we got a few things done yesterday I'm going to show you in this video, and we got a few more things on our list that we need to check off. So let's go do all these things together. So this is everything that we did the day before that I mentioned a few minutes ago. And one thing we needed to address are the tomatoes because they're growing like crazy. And I tried to weave the tomatoes and tomatillos through the cattle panel, but if I go too low, then the branch snaps. And so if I go too high, then the top of the tomato plant just kind of falls back out. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm having a really hard time getting all these to weave through the cattle panel and stay. So I grabbed the clips. I was trying to avoid using the clips because they can be kind of a pain to have to deal with or to take off later because like they're hard to see. Especially those white ones, those white circle ones that they're not like clips like this, but they're clips, they're just different. And anyways, had to use them. So I'm trying to shove this Roma plant into the trellis and I just can't make it. So we're going to improvise. I want to support the stem because it's going to have a lot of fruit on it. I don't want the stem to snap and it's leaning a lot. So instead of containing it inside the trellis, which clearly is too small, I'll remember that for next year. I'm just going to support it kind of like a sling with a string and hold it up for support. That worked well. Now that we're in the future, I can tell you it has worked well and stayed. And then this big clump of tomato is in the same situation. So this needs to be double supported, and that's what we do with that string there. And this has also worked out very well. So my pole beans never grow where they're supposed to, and I always have to guide them. So we're just untangling these from the neighbor's weeds. So the neighbors don't mow very much. I mean, the neighbor next door I think's gone over and mowed for them, which is nice of him. But this corner here, they don't mow or weed whack or anything, so they just have a bunch of stuff growing up. And so I'm like, well, I'm going to rip some of your stuff out and give it back to you because it is growing in my space. And that's what the pole beans were growing on. So I guess I'm glad they didn't finally weed whack everything down until I got my pole beans. I just took a glimpse at those grapes and was like, oh, the aphids. I'm having crazy aphid issue, and this spray, this dead bug spray, and insecticidal soap are both not like killing them and getting rid of them. So that's unfortunate, but we're still giving it a try. Spray them down. So this is a dead bug. It's organic, spinosad base, and kills a lot of things. So we're looking at all the tips of the grape plants and giving them a good spray. This is the second grape plant that we're visiting, and I'm like, oh, let me give this cabbage plant a little spray too because this will take care of the caterpillars. Aphids like those tender, soft tips of fresh grape plant growth. So here's our third grape plant. Do the same thing. Walk into the pumpkin patch and sneak behind the raspberries for our fourth one. We walk right past the fifth one because I forgot it was there behind the blackberries because I underestimated the size of these things when I planted them. And then our sixth grape plant, hiding behind the elderberries. Well, it's between elderberry and blackberry, and when I was planting them early spring last year, it looked like there was plenty of space for everything. So climb out of there. While I'm at it, let me spray some of this at the base of these best I can because it kills vine borers. So give it a shot. I'm having pretty good luck with keeping the vine borers off, I think. I haven't noticed any damage so far because I've been going out and scraping the eggs off. Give the grape plant a little prune here. You got to make sure you have one main stem going up and two going off to the side. And I didn't even know this grape plant was alive until this year. So it is not exactly the ideal shape and it needs to be pruned. I got too many branches going on here and it's hard to choose. Okay, so one of the things we did was spray the grape plants, and then that should have killed the aphids, no problem. But then it rained, and then the aphids are back. So I don't know if it actually killed them or not. I mean, it's dead bug. That's what we sprayed. Should have. But we're gonna try again with insecticidal soap. You can just use castile. You can use whatever soap you want, actually. It doesn't, as long as you don't like overdo it, it doesn't harm your plants. Just use whatever soap you want. I happen to have castile just for this reason. But instead of making up some castile in a squirt bottle, we will just use what I have. We bought this, it was on sale, and I just thought, try it. Why not? Give it a shot. So we're gonna go spray the tips of our grape plants again. A little repetitive, I know, but I want to show you how bad. I'm gonna come over to the one that I saw that's like really bad. Oh, let's stop and watch Tater. Maybe. Where you at? They're playing and wrestling. They're both 5, playmates, best friends. Okay, this grape plant here. Down here. So, spray time. See, needed it again, real bad. The beetles really love over there. Okay, I'm trying to find aphid growth, or not growth, aphid infestation. Yep, ooh, ew. All right, let's get the spray. I set it down here. Do you see any more? We have 3 more grape plants to do. I will spare you of having to watch that. That's annoying because I have calendula specifically to attract and make them want to be there, but they've just always loved grape plants. The tips, the fresh new tips, the new growth. So, gotta take care of that. Oh, I forgot while I was over there, I put my hair up because it was, oh. Don't worry about it, all right? I wanted to use the dead bug on the cabbage here. The problem with these is that you can't tilt them like you need. So with keeping this upright, I'm gonna try to get whatever I can. So I could avoid not spraying thoroughly because the bottle has to be upright by just getting my pump sprayer out with some BT, but I would say I'm being lazy, but like, hold on. Can't exactly call me lazy. Procrastination and not wanting to do certain things because it's just not my favorite task is totally normal, right? Got those sprayed. Okay, I sprayed the rest of the grape plants down. We have 6 total, so we did 2 together. There's 4 others that I had to. So someday next year, I'm guessing, we're gonna be swimming in grapes, and Evan and I are both excited about it. Like, dude, grapes. I'm growing grapes. to-do list. Look, let me show you. This is not going to be all in this video. I record multiple videos in one day. Check weeds in the landscape. We could. It's super hot out front though. That's where the sun is right now. We got a new container to plant up. Fertilize. Yeah, let's fertilize. We're gonna plant stuff. Harvest is one video, plant is a whole nother video. Because we're succession planting. As space opens up, put something else in there. If there's room, or if there's time and room to grow something, do it. And I need more dill. I seriously need more dill and more cucumbers. So, for pickles, we love it. Evan loves my pickles. They're sweet and spicy and tangy and amazing. So we're gonna fertilize. Let me go grab the fertilized stuff. Not everything needs it, but some things do. And we're just going to spot fertilize as needed, especially the corn. Chicken poo. It's an all-purpose fertilizer. Let's see, the numbers I believe are way down here. Yeah. 2, 4, 3. 2 nitrogen, which I'm shocked being chicken poo. You think it'd be really, really high in nitrogen. 2 nitrogen, 4 phosphorus, 3 potassium. Nitrogen is for the green growth and big growth. Phosphorus, the middle number, is for fruiting. The fruiting and flowering plants promotes that. Potassium is for root growth and helps with the uptake of nutrients. So an all-purpose, good balanced one is good. I like Garden Tone a lot. This was on sale last year, and I used it on the corn several times last year. Give them a real good boost, and some of the corn I can tell needs a boost. So we'll just use this again. Use it up, use what's already opened and easy. This is the slow release, not active and available right away, but as it gets rained in and watered in and heat activated, possibly for this, it will eventually be available to the plants. If you want something available right now, you get your water soluble. They say once it gets moist, it might not work as well. It still does, at least for this. And this is just Miracle-Gro Performance Organics for blooms, but for blooms also means for fruiting plants. So it's an 8-8-8. Even though it's for blooms, it has equal parts nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So it's an all-purpose. So it gives them a real good giddy up, because this will dissolve and they can access this right away. So I wouldn't do, if you expect rain coming, I wouldn't use your water soluble right before rain, because then it could wash it away. I know that we're not getting rain for a few days, so I'm gonna give them some water soluble as needed, as well as needed, the slow release. Let me get the hose real quick. I just got a bout of hiccups. Anyways, since I can't scoop this out and measure it. Oh, shoot. The scoop. So it says 12 quarts, which means this is 3 gallons. Doesn't look like 3 gallons, but that's what it says. So I'm gonna say this is close to 3 of these. So I'm gonna fill this up with water. And let this dissolve. Sometimes my hiccups will last for hours. And they're so big hiccups that they make my whole body shake. Ooh. Trying to record here, it's not the best time. Ooh, excuse me. I think I filled it too full. It's gonna be hard to carry. Okay, give that a few minutes to dissolve. Basically, I tried to use the Miracle-Gro potting mix to top everything off, because these onions didn't fertilize at all. Not once, because I topped these beds off with a couple bags of Miracle-Gro potting mix. Now, there's a video by Epic Gardening. Kevin and Jacques did an experiment where they went out and grabbed potting mix only, not compost or anything like that, just 16 different kinds of potting mix and the exact same size grow bag, the exact same variety of a pepper plant, and each bag held a different one. And then they did updates in that video, and at the very end, you know which one was number one? Miracle-Gro potting mix. They looked at size, color, how many fruit things were holding or producing, which a lot of that can be based on like that was a real good seed and a real good seedling to start with, but you can really see the difference in general. And the top ones were all the Miracle-Gro ones were the top ones. So I love Miracle-Gro. They don't, I don't have an affiliate link or sponsorship or anything. I'm just telling you what I love, okay? And it's Miracle-Gro potting mix. And their garden soil is pretty darn good too, but that's for like in-ground use. It's not soft and lofty. Anyways, I start my seasoned Miracle-Gro potting mix. I topped everything off. Didn't have to fertilize the onions and garlic, which you usually have to fertilize onion and garlic because they're heavy feeders. I just sneezed. I'm a mess. Sneezing, hiccuping. I just need to go to bed, but I got too much to do. Wherever did not get topped off with a substantial amount of Miracle-Gro potting mix needs a little extra attention. And the corn's planted in ground, so the corn needs fertilizer. So we'll take our chicken poo and come visit the corn. Okay, so there's some like really super strong fertilizers out there that will burn. They will burn and kill your plants if they stay on the foliage. This chicken poo does not hurt, so I'm just gonna like grab handfuls and just whatever. Doesn't matter if it lands on the corn, in the crevasses of the corn, or at the base. It doesn't hurt it. Little extra for the ones in need. Come on, y'all. Get with the program. These are gonna get, okay, so this brand, Just Natural, is a bunch of freaking wood chips. And here we go. Let's see if that helps. We're gonna give this water soluble too. And it was kind of expensive. Like, it was more expensive than Miracle-Gro potting mix if you broke it down by per cubic foot. And insane. It's absolute junk. It's the worst out here. It's not broken down compost. It's not broken down hardly at all because these seedlings are yellowing. The decomposition process uses nitrogen. So this decomposing is using nitrogen and lacking nitrogen. That's why these are yellowing, because it's not decomposed. It's not compost. It might be in a year, but it's not right now. Everything else looks pretty good. These all got a pretty good dose of Miracle-Gro potting mix topped off on them. You can see if it has the little white perlite specks on it, it's probably got potting mix in it. While we're still letting the fertilizer dissolve, let's go give it a little stir, and we'll walk around with the bag and see what else might need a little bit of slow release chicken poo. It's probably pretty well dissolved, but I'm not ready to use it yet. Let's grab the chicken poo. Y'all looking good. Y'all don't look like y'all need nothing. Oh, and then I just pulled the garlic out of here, and it's probably fine. But just a little recharge, because I'm not topping it off. I'm gonna plant in it, but I'm not topping it off with dirt right now. Not much, but a little something. Okay, let's see. Them tomatoes are looking real good. There's Miracle-Gro potting mix topped up in that bed. Onions don't need nothing. Clearly. Mint clearly doesn't. Oh my goodness. Peas are dying, but they're going to anyways. They've got Miracle-Gro in them. Okay. Maybe just for good measure and your success. Never, ooh, look at you, ever put fertilizer in the top tier water reservoir of your green stock. Only water. This will not dissolve enough and it will clog the holes. Ask me how I know. We got pretty good stuff inside the green stalks. Don't put water soluble or slow release in your green stalk water reservoir. You need to fertilize by hand per pocket as needed. Trust me on that. Things are looking pretty good. We did Miracle-Gro potting mix top off of this whole bed, and I'm not seeing any signs of issues. Strawberries did not get fertilized at all since probably a year ago. So just because. Okay, now this one was the bag that had major signs. This is where I put the cheap stuff in last year. Major signs of nutrient deficiency. So we're gonna put a whole bunch of slow release in there for later. You were struggling, so we'll just give you a bit. I think these ones are probably all fine, but why not? And help you out. So yeah, that one in particular, I gave a whole bunch of water soluble to. Soaked it right up, grew like crazy, and is now green. So that's how I know my clumped up water soluble. Everything's good over here. It's got that nice, good Miracle-Gro potting mix I keep talking about. Let's go visit our blueberries. Soil acidifier as well to get to the blueberries. I think back here, that's the only things need fertilizer. Oh, so much dog poop I gotta pick up again. Look at my babies. My babes. Oh, sweet pie. Mwah. Ooh. Sweet, sweet babies. Now, because I'm sick of carrying this chicken poo around, let's go see what the front landscape needs. Okay, I don't need soil acidifier anymore. Stick it back here. I got a whole bunch of garden goodies here. Take our chicken poo. There's the garlic that we're letting cure. Aren't these glorious? I started all this from seed. This is a Just 'Cause fertilizing. Aren't these magnificent? I love those white petunias. Oh my goodness. And I wanted to address this weed that I didn't realize was a weed. How dare you? Which means you. Yep, that's supposed to be a petunia right here, and that's it. Ooh, look at those bachelor buttons. All right, I'm done fertilizing. Toss that down there for now. Package at the front door. Let me find. Okay, I can't carry this. I shouldn't have filled it that full. Why'd I do that? I keep this near the door. That way I can throw compost items in it without having to walk all the way out. Because sometimes I'm not decent. Like, I know I don't need to wear a bra to walk out here, but like I got neighbors. They don't need to see that. So I just did that. Make a bunch of trips over here. Probably pointless, or not pointless, but like gonna cause me more work. Now those should boost. Sweet potatoes, the potting mix that I put in there was just some cheap stuff because we were trying it out. The Schuler brand, blue bag, junk, don't use. Get some more. And boom, I smell marijuana. We're back here. I'm gonna dump this into these. I don't think there's anything else that I want to give this to. Oh shoot, it's running out the side, dang it. And here we are a day or two later doing more fertilizing, and that's my favorite stuff there, but it like tripled in size or tripled in cost recently, but it's Fortify Organics or something like that, and it's a 10-2-2, so 10 nitrogen, 2 phosphorus, 2 potassium, and I like it a lot to give everything like a nice boost. If they're not, like if they're turning yellow and they need a nitrogen boost, then I like to give them some of that, usually just like one application during the season for whatever it may be. If my tomatoes are yellowing or my corn's yellowing, just one good application of that and perks them right up. We also added fish fertilizer, which is fish emulsion 511, and the last of the Miracle Grow organic performance water soluble stuff, just to have a whole bunch of stuff in the big trash can because it's a big trash can. So gotta add a little bit of this, a little bit of that, so it's a good ratio. But of course I didn't measure anything, but now that we're in the future, I can tell you it was not too much. Everything was very happy and I didn't kill anything with over fertilizing. Now this stuff, Ideal brand I believe, and it's a 10-10-10, or no, I think it's 12-12-12, and it is very strong, so you do not want to get this on the leaves. So I'm being very careful just to give a little sprinkle, a little boost. I really want my squash and melons to catch up because I planted them late, trying to wait out the squash bugs. Like, hopefully the squash bugs would die or go somewhere else since their main food source wasn't here. And I've had pretty good luck by waiting. There hasn't been very many squash bugs out here, so that's been fantastic. And so I gave my watering can to my dad, and I don't have one, so we are going to stir this up, and I'm just going to use the cup to okay, at first I use a cup to pour over the corn. I'm like, this is ridiculous, I'm going to take forever. Getting a little annoyed with myself, so I walked inside and grabbed a pitcher and finished up and gave the corn a nice boost. Corn likes a lot of nitrogen, and these have a nice green color to them in the video, but they had a more yellow tint to them, and corn should actually be more dark green. And so I knew that these were struggling a lot. They needed something. And a week or two later, after I fertilized the corn, they turned really green and grew a lot, so I knew that was a good choice. This is some dead bug powder or dust or whatever, and it kills borers. And so I've been picking off vine borer eggs off the stems every night or every other night and squishing them. But I thought, well, why don't I just spray this powder around the stems of everything? And so that's what we do. And I haven't noticed any vine borers. Like, I haven't noticed stress on plants or that frass that you see at the base. I haven't noticed that. So I think I managed to beat the vine borers this year, which is a major accomplishment, because if you see this pumpkin patch last year I didn't get any pumpkins. I got 0. The squash bug and vine borers took everything out, and I was not diligent. And so this year I am being diligent. And now that we're in the future, I can also tell you that the pumpkins, or it was melons that I planted in that brown garden soil bag that I was saying, like, the Just Naturals brand was absolute junk and it was just wood chips, not broken down at all. That fertilizer made those green up like crazy, and they have quadrupled in size. So I'm glad we did that. All right, that is it for today's video. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I'm glad we got stuff fertilized. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'm gonna pop up some videos for you to watch. And I hope you do. And I will see you next time.